Hi guys, it's New Jersey Garden. It is the middle of July and this is a Casablanca Oriental lily. It just started to bloom. It's very fragrant. And every year that I have this lily plant, it seems to multiply. And I'm just really excited about it. Some coreopsis and daisies are still blooming. And the butterflies love liatris. The liatris is in full bloom. Pretty soon I'll have some brown-eyed Susan here. There's another lily that I planted this spring. A little bit of the brown-eyed Susan is getting nibbled on. And to be honest guys, I'm getting a little frustrated with the deer the last few years, so I'm going to expand the vegetable garden and then grow some more cut flowers in it next year. Because I did have some success selling some cut flowers this year at a local farm, and I'd like to expand upon that. So, you know, this is just disappointing when I do spray my plants with deer repellent, but the deer, it washes off after it rains, and the deer seem to just get at these plants that I look so forward to, and it's just getting frustrating. So I'm going to grow more flowers in my contained fenced-in area. Here are some coneflowers that just started to bloom. And then this is all the liatris. Down here there is a plant that I'll show a little later in this video when it's, I'll take a shot of it in bloom, but it blooms at night. It's a fragrant white tubular flower. It's Nikoshiana Alada. It's really pretty. And I have a lot more of it in a garden bed in front of my house. These are zinnias that I planted about 2 months ago and getting the first buds on them. These ones I believe are the smaller sized zinnias, but I have some other zinnias growing in other areas of the garden. I cut back all of the yarrow the other day because it was just all gone past. And I also cut back the blanket flower, which will rebloom. It just needed a cut back. It needed a refresher. And then I also cut back the rose campion because that was finished. The butterfly weed is doing great, and it actually makes a good cut flower too. I was cutting some of this in some arrangements. It lasts a really long time. The only thing I notice is when you do cut it before it's in full bloom, the rest of the bloom buds won't open up. So it's better to wait until most of the plant is in full bloom before you cut them. But it's so pretty. And it blends in well with the blanket flower. So I cut back all of this yarrow. It'll have a smaller bloom later, like in September. There's some coneflower. And then over here we have a lot of black-eyed Susan mixed with coneflower. This is so cheery when I drive in and out of my driveway. It's really nice to see these flowers. And they bloom for a really long time. They'll bloom until October. And this sunflower just started to bloom the other day. There, I have one more sunflower in here with 2 heads. So let's go into the vegetable garden and see what's happening. So as I've mentioned before, I have a lot of borage in here. It's an herb with a little blue flower, and it attracts a lot of bumblebees. And then over here on the right I have some squash or some zucchini, and I have been picking from it. It's called Cash Flow Zucchini. I don't think I have any right now because I keep picking from it, but I think I have 6 zucchini plants. And then in the center I have no idea what this is. I might just rip it out. It just started growing this spring. There's a lot of flowers on it, so I kind of wanted to see what it would turn out to be, so I may wait a couple weeks and see if I can figure out what kind of squash it is. Over here there's some dill. I love the scent of dill. And then I have some Gloriosa daisies over there. And then let's look at the tomato plants. There's a cherry tomato here called Sun Gold. And I am so excited for this Stargazer Lily. I planted, I think, 6 of these this spring, and 5 of them got eaten by the deer. So what I'll do next year is in the fall, I'm going to dig up the lily stalks and just move the plants to a more protected area, because isn't that beautiful? I've wanted to grow Stargazer Lily for a really long time, so I just love the green center and the speckled pink. So, and I think this is in the shade a little bit. I think it will get a little taller if it's in the sun. And then the last thing I want to show you guys is this flowering tobacco. It's called Nikoshiana Alada. It has very nice fragrance. It's very fragrant at night, and it's been blooming for about a month now. I may want to think about putting this in another spot, because it does get pretty tall. It's about 4 feet tall. It germinated very well. And there has been some beetles. We have an issue with brown beetles more than Japanese beetles, so the brown beetles are nibbling on them a little bit, but they're starting to go away. And I have a reblooming lilac. It just started to rebloom. This is Josie lilac. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you all have a great day.